to come out of the bye week, especially considering you guys had 2 losses? How big was it for you guys to come out of the bye week with a W?
Yeah, it was a good win. We're obviously going to need to, keep just making progress. And it was a good week of practice, and, defense was on the field a lot. We didn't, on offense, didn't convert as many third downs as we needed to, but, it was a good win for our team, so keep it going.
All right, next is Greg Allman.
Hey, Tom, you guys didn't have that many chances on offense early, but just if I can ask you about the Scotty Moe touchdown and what that did to give you guys a spark on offense.
It was a good play. They ended up rushing 3, and the line did a great job protecting. They've been protecting all year, and they protected great today. Didn't get much pressure, very few penalties, if any. I don't really remember any. And they gave me a lot of time on that play. Scotty ran the post and just got it up over the top of the safety, and Scotty made a great catch. So big play for us. We just got to keep making them.
Next is Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Tom, I wanted to talk to you about the play at the end of the first half, your Hail Mary attempt to Gronk that got flagged for DPI, helped set you guys up for the field goal there. Just speak to that throw and Bruce's decision to go for it and try to get some points with less than a minute left right before halftime.
Yeah, it was good. We hit a ball to the tight end, then we hit AB on the crosser, and then had a shot at the end zone. So it was a good play, and ended up getting three out of it. It was a good, it was a good play by us offensively. They got the PI. Gronk was going up to possibly get that, and ended up working out well for us.
I'll go to Rick Stroud.
Hey, Tom, the drive to start the second half, I think Shady, we haven't seen him in a while, comes out and touches the ball a bunch, makes some yards, and then you get a big play. What was it like to have Shady back in there to be an outlet for you?
It was great. Great for him to be in there and contribute. I know he's been itching to get back in there and make plays for us, and he did today. So, everyone appreciates how hard he works and, the pro that he is, his mentality, to practice and his prep for the game. And it was great to see him make plays.
We're going to hire Kaufman.
Hey, Tom, 8-5 sounds a lot better than 7-6, Tom.
Yep.
So what does this win do for this team's confidence going forward?
Yeah, winning in the NFL is tough. I've been doing this a long time. There's no easy games. Everyone's a battle, and this is a team that's won, I think, 4 or 5 or 5 or 6. They've been in a lot of games and very competitive. They had some great players on offense, some really dynamic players on defense, especially in the secondary. And it's just good to get a win. So it feels good. By the end of tonight, we'll kind of move on and get ready for Atlanta and go there. That's going to be the biggest game of our season.
All right, we'll go over to Sarah Walsh.
Hey, Tom, I know you talked a lot this week about wanting to make progress each and every week. So coming off the bye, is there an area in particular you feel good about that you made progress in today?
Yeah, I just think, again, us complementing, our run game, pass game, everything, finding our rhythm, and, finding ways to win games and making plays in situational football like we did at the end of the first half and the start of the second half. Defense came up with some big plays there in the fourth quarter. Man, that's what it's going to take as we go forward. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
But it seemed like, Brady's pass to Scotty Miller really got you going on offense. Is that sort of how you saw it?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. We, again, just missed a couple third downs early, but that was a huge touchdown. I think you're getting a stop, and then that play changed all the momentum on our sideline.
Your defense really played good, and then it looked like, talk about the decision not to play Leonard Burnett and what Shady McCoy was able to give you on that first drive in the second half.
Yeah, just the decision. I love Leonard. I think he's a heck of a kid, great player. Just we wanted to get Shady back involved, and he's fresh, and he showed it today. He really he made it all pay off for me. I took the risk, and he made it pay off. He made the best of his opportunity, but it's nothing against Leonard.
Thanks.
All right, next up we're going to have Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Bruce, you know that you're no risk, no biscuit. We certainly saw that right before the half. Your decision to call the timeouts, get the ball back, and it paid off for you with that field goal. Can you just talk about the thought process there and then the execution, really on behalf of the Vikings with that penalty to get some points for you?
Yeah, it was, when they ran the ball, I didn't think there was enough time. I thought there was time for us to either try to punt block or try to get a return. We just missed the return. And Tom did a great job of executing, getting us up there for the Hail Mary, and that's all we were trying to get. It was, try to get to the 36 for a field goal or get a shot to the Hail Mary. We got the call and got to 3 points. We came right back with a touchdown. So anytime you get that double score, it's huge.
And speaking of field goals, certainly Dan Bailey struggled, certainly helped you today. You've been on the opposite side of that last year with some inconsistency at kicker. Can you just talk about Bailey's day versus Ryan Suckup's day today?
I can't talk about Dan, but I can sure talk about Ryan. He had a heck of a day. I think he was shocked on the extra point that he missed because that's never. But he drilled that. I had no doubt about it. He made that field goal, which was, it made it a 2-score game, and he's been great for us all year.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, we're going to go over to Greg Allman.
Bruce, your pass rush seemed to come up at all the right places early on. It pushed them into a punt from a field goal. And some of those field goal misses today were where your defense backed them up for a longer kick. How important was that?
It was huge, and I knew coming out of the open day, tackling was going to be an issue. It is in December anyway because it's so long since the last game that you tackle. You just don't tackle in practice, and you can't. So I was upset about the tackling in the first quarter, but I really was really happy with the pass rush, and pushing those kicks back were huge the whole game.
And Bruce, given the troubles that you guys have had with turnovers and some of the recent losses, how big was it to have the offense go the entire game without any miscues, any turnovers today?
Yeah, I think the only thing we had to drive start with a penalty that was really ticked me off because we only had about 30 seconds off the clock because of that penalty. But, I think our team is, especially offensively, is really, they're in sync. They know what we're trying to get done, and Tom did a great job protecting the ball and making big plays.
Thanks, Bruce.
You bet.
All right, we're going to go over to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach, I know that Tom's throwing it to whoever's open, but I know Scotty Miller had been targeted like twice in the last 3 weeks. How much of a priority was it to get him involved today and to get him involved on some of those deep passes?
None really. He's the deep guy on that pattern. Tom read it out and he hit him, but it was not designed to go to Scotty. It was designed to go somebody else.
And coming off of not just the bye week, but having 2 losses before that, right? Like you can't get that bad taste out of your mouth and play the next week because you got the bye. How big was it for you guys to be able to come out of this with a W and head in the right direction?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we had to do this. It was a big game for us. Guys did their job. They rested. They took care of the virus. We came back clean, healthy, and and it showed up today. We were a very fresh team, I thought, in the fourth quarter.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go over to Ira Kaufman.
Bruce, if I would have told you at noontime today, an hour before the game, that you would have ended up running the ball, Bruce, more than you threw the ball, you probably would have been a happy camper. Was that kind of the game plan going in?
I think, Ira, yes and no. I think games dictate how much you run it. What's the score at the end of the third quarter? And, we were leading, so it leads to more runs. And Rojo ran really, really well, especially that last drive. And we wanted to set up some play action. Didn't hit it as many as we hoped. But, that when asked